Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm fishing today.
Hi, Cece. Skippy.
Big old Skippy, I don't think he hears you. I don't usually get to do this, but I got to do it yesterday for a couple hours, and it was so relaxing. I ran out here to the creek. We're gonna do it again. Stacey's got some news she's gonna read, and it's something we all need to be paying attention to. And when I do these videos, it's kind of like I'm hanging out with my buddies, so I consider you guys hanging out with me and fishing with me. So fill us in, Stace.
All right, very good. Which, by the way, he caught some really cool fish yesterday. What was the fish you caught yesterday?
Bowfin, cypress trout, cottonfish, grinnell. That's all the same thing. Here in the South, we call them shoe picks in Louisiana. So a grinnell, if you're familiar with that. Most people don't eat them, but they eat pretty good.
Oh my goodness, it was absolutely amazing. I'm gonna get Chris to throw up a photo. I would say they were somewhere between a brim and a piece of chicken, if you guys have ever eaten both.
Yeah, they are really good. So most people think it's alligator. It's really good. You gotta clean them just right, but it's good.
It was good. All right, well, let's get on with the first piece of news that I came across. This actually happened a couple days ago, but it's still something to pay attention to because it does affect us. It's regarding banks. Protesters in Lebanon, they're vandalizing the banks. And if you guys get online right now and you look, they are actually burning the banks, crashing into the banks, breaking into the banks, and they are demanding their money. They have attacked several bank buildings, smashed windows, and they said enough is enough. They're angry about the financial controls which have destroyed many of the people's life savings. They're demanding the return of their money and also for the officials involved in corruption. And you guys, we've talked about this before. Look what just happened in America. We've got the banks recently that have closed. Silicon, what was it, the other,
George
Republic.
Cameron calls it Stupid Valley Bank. It's pretty funny.
And you guys have called in so many times and told where you guys have had struggles getting money out of the bank. And we guys have talked about this, that once you deposit the money, the money in the banks, it's not yours. So Chris, what's your take on this? Because they said they are sending the banks a message and we are not going to lose our rights. And this is a message they need to understand, quote, and that's to the banks and they want their money.
You know, can you imagine that? Can you imagine the bank just saying, sorry, you know, this is our asset, your liability, you're an unsecured depositor, that's it. I can't imagine it. It's going to start happening more and more all over the world. Heaven forbid it happen here, but you know, we've got the world reserve currency right now. We can print as much money as we want, and I figure that's what's going to keep happening as the big six banks start to consume the smaller banks. You know, JP Diamond, those other guys, the big banksters. It's going to get worse, and really they're hung up. Every time they raise interest rates, their buddies go belly up, you know, and it's just a...
Go back to JP Morgan for a minute. If you go back and read the Jekyll Island book, which that is my mission right now, to finish that book before the Red Pill event, which we are attending in Des Moines, Iowa in August. I have started that book 3 times now, and I am bound and determined to finish it. But if you go back to that book, JP Morgan has been involved in the banking system from the get-go when it talks about how they created the Federal Reserve and all that. So you guys take a look at that. But anyway, let's go on to the next article I found. You ready, babe?
Yeah, but guys, for real, show up in Iowa or Vegas at the symposium. Both the links will be in the description, but you're going to meet some people there that will be your friends for a long time, like-minded people. And I get it if you don't, if you'd rather spend that money on silver and gold, I completely understand and I encourage you to do that. But if you've got some extra and you want to meet some like-minded people so you don't feel alone, because it's kind of a lonely feeling being one of these weirdo preppers that have air conditioner when the lights go out. You know, case in point, right now, we still don't have electricity, but there's no problems, and you're going to meet more people like that. So I encourage you to come.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's a good thing. Check it out. We'll put it in the link in the description. So the next thing I want to talk about, and Chris, you've talked about this a lot when it comes to lithium. You have done so many videos where you've mentioned lithium. Argentina's growing lithium industry hits export records. And I'd like to touch on this just a little bit because this just came out the other day.
I just got through talking with my brother-in-law about lithium too. He owns Batteries Plus, and I was asking him, because he really stays in tune with the battery metals, and he said lithium's it for now. He said the technology's there, not there for the solid state batteries yet. So that's That's still the thing as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it does seem to be. And you guys, welcome to Louisiana. This is the scenery. We're hanging out fishing this evening. So Argentina, the exports rose to 60 million in May. That's a 17% from the same month in 2022. Lithium exports represent 19% of the country's mining exports. That's a lot, you guys. It said Argentina's growing lithium industry has hit a record high, with exports rising to 60 million in May. That's up to 17% from the same month a year ago. And as I said, there's 19% that's part of their exports. Argentina has become the fastest world growing lithium producer. And you guys, we've talked about lithium and how it's needed for EV minerals and the battle between US and China and the electronic vehicles and all this kind of stuff. And so they said it has rose to 369 million. It's up 84% from the last year from this time frame. So there you go. Maybe we'll actually catch him catching something. But there you go, you guys. Lithium, take a look at that from Argentina. It's up. Any thoughts on that?
Now, lithium's, if we're going to be green, it's going to take batteries, and that's the thing. We've got, Elon Musk is exploring lithium mines and getting into the space himself. You're going to see more car companies getting directly in the space, a lot like Ford did. Mr. Ford, he got directly into tires, rubber. He sourced it himself, and that's what the car companies are doing too. So you can kind of watch that. I hope to find the best one. I've talked about some good ones, but the ones we've been talking about are pretty small, so there's always that chance. But keep an eye on it, because that's, if we're going to be electric, we got to have batteries, and that's the way to go.
Just stepped up, and they are really stepping up their game with electronic vehicles. Look at we just looked at Michigan right now. China's over here trying to buy property in Michigan. They want to do a battery, a factory. What do we talk about also as Arkansas? They wanted to also, was it 120,000 acres they wanted to mine for lithium. So you guys just pay attention to lithium, what's going on. It's something I think to pay attention to. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's talk about cyber hacking. We're talking about all this stuff that's going on in the world. Cyber hacking has become a big deal, and Chris and I have talked about this before. This is a little bit interesting. Before, they freeze your computer and they won't let you access it. And I think he might have got stuck.
No.
No, you didn't? Okay. So, but this is the Energy Department receives a ransom request from cyber hackers. And this is where it's interesting. They don't freeze your computer. They actually say, hey, you guys, I've hacked into your system, and it's called the CLOP. It's a Russian gang. And they say, we have stolen a bunch of your files, and if you don't pay us an XYZ, we're going to put all this information that we have stolen from your files, and we're going to advertise it all over the internet. And they are asking for the money in cryptocurrency. What are your thoughts on that, Chris?
These cyber attacks are starting to get exponential. You hear about them all the time now. It's crazy. Go back 100 years. My grandfather delivered groceries in horse and buggy. My mom's dad, not granddaddy, the guy's the one that comes on with me. And now we've got smartphones. We've got the government, not the government, but people cloning babies without sperm or egg. We've got Neuralink. We've got all these things. AI is coming like a freight train. Things are getting exponential, and you can only imagine the new heist, the new way to, get what the evil people want is going to be through cyber hacking. I know the state of Louisiana just got hacked, Oregon and Louisiana, and I still don't know if
with the Department of Motor Vehicle.
Right, and I still don't know if it's everything. All of our information's out there. They got Social Security numbers, they've got it all. It's all the time now, so just get ready. And I feel like they're going to use this for the mark, but in short term, your digital ID, how do we know who you are? That's going to be the thing. And they'll have your facial recognition, all that's already set up. They can see you from 50 meters away up to, I can't remember, 80 maybe, and know who you are and I figure the way it was explained to me at one of the conferences was a little thing comes up over your head as it analyzes you, and it tells you your credit score, your social credit score, your carbon footprint, what kind of character you are. So just know that this is coming. And crypto's, I'm noticing a lot more about crypto now. Have y'all noticed that? It seems like everywhere I look, BlackRock is starting a crypto ETF, you know, and this could be, uh-oh.
Did you get something?
Oh, he let it go. I was talking to you guys.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Well, real quick, while he's getting back on the thing, I want to just mention to you guys, if you're using a file sharing software called Move It, and it's from Progress Software Corporation, stop it now. They've come out and said stop using it. It's a file sharing that software that is allowing you to share files with it, and it's supposed to be encrypted, but it is not. And that is what this Russian group is hacking and getting all your information. So stop it right now.
Yeah, on and on.
On
Crypto, let me go back to crypto real quick. I think it might be a big rug pull. What would be, and I actually was turned on to that from Peter Schiff. I've shared that on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, follow Financial Prepper PPR, Financial Prep PPR on Twitter. We're really getting some crazy good information out there. But Peter Schiff said that and it really made sense to me. It's always a pump and dump. Right now it is the Wild West. Please just consider learning about the blockchain. I think that there's a lot to it, and it is on its way. But in the short term, expect a lot of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
All right.
Guys, thanks for coming fishing with me. I will catch fish, I hope.
What you got, baby?
Here he comes.
Oh, shoot. We're gonna get him in the boat. Oh, she's been watching.
What do you think? This is a prehistoric fish. These swam with the dinosaurs. Called a bowfin. And they're fun to catch. A lot of people don't eat them, but we do. Not eating it today.
We did last night, though.
Well, that's a good one. Let him go. Ready? See you later, buddy. Now have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. Later.